I don't like how I look one day. You know, once they decide I was making too much money, so you try to get rid of it. And the only thing is freeing them in that contract. At least they
All right, we're going to go ahead and get started. Sorry again. We just wanted to have a quick press availability today. Earlier in this debate last week, the president of the Oklahoma Chamber of Commerce was here to talk about what he felt the Right to Work for Less proposal brought to his state. We think it's important that Hoosiers hear from the 99% in Oklahoma, the people who actually live and work under the conditions that were brought about by the passage of this proposal. These Sooners are here today to tell Hoosiers not to do this, not to go down this path. I'm going to let them tell you their own personal stories. I've got with me two folks from Oklahoma who are going to share their stories, who made plans to be with us on short notice, and they are our brothers and sisters, and I would ask you each to welcome them.
Good morning. My name is Jesse Isbell, and I'm a lifelong resident of Oklahoma. I am a very proud union member after working for 36 years at the Bridgestone Firestone Tire Plant in Oklahoma City. In 2006, when the company decided to close that plant, I lost my job along with 1,400 brothers and sisters. Those jobs lost in Oklahoma City went to Mexico, and they're not coming back. In 2001, Oklahoma passed a so-called right to work law. In my case, and in the case of my 1,400 co-workers, the law did not do as advertised. The company made the decision to outsource our jobs, even though the proponents of right to work said that this legislation would prevent such departures and even attract new businesses to locate in the state. Furthermore, I found that right to work made a work environment that was much more difficult. The instance of freeloaders using union resources to fight discharge and company discipline created a hostile work environment. This not only impacted employee morale, it affected productivity, profitability, and the quality of the operations at our plant. There is no anecdotal or empirical evidence that right to work has benefited Oklahoma state economy in any way. The truth is, it has driven down wages. Research has shown that right to work reduces wages by about $1,500 a year, both for union and non-union workers. Industrial wages have seen an especially steep drop in the 10 years since right to work was enacted in Oklahoma. And this drop off in wages impacts much more than just the wage earner and their family. It reduces city revenues, funding for police, fire, sewer, and other public infrastructure. It forces a larger portion of the population on government assistance programs like Medicaid, food stamps, WIC, and the like. In 2000, 20% of Oklahoma's children were on some form of government assistance. In 2010, 40% of Oklahoma's children were on some form of government assistance. This Sunday, Howard Hendricks, the director of the Department of Human Services in the state of Oklahoma, said that in this year, at some time during this year, 60% of the children in Oklahoma would receive some kind of government assistance. Is this the promise of right to work? Proponents of right to work in Oklahoma literally said that employers were lined up at the state line waiting to bring in jobs when the law was passed. Mind you now, they never offered any specific examples of who those companies were, and it never materialized. These employers just didn't come. Beware of any argument that makes similar claims without the specifics to back it up. Oklahoma's Governor Keating promised us repeatedly during the campaign that Oklahoma's workers would receive a $75 a week increase in pay just by enacting the right to work law. Didn't happen. In fact, industrial wages have dropped. Indiana families could not afford the impact of such empty promises on their future. There's no doubt that the law resulted in job loss and lower wages in Oklahoma. Beyond the job losses, there's a massive secondary effect on small businesses across the state. Suppliers for these jobs. Fewer jobs and lower wages have meant fewer dollars being pumped into local economies. Right to work has a negative ripple effect that continues to plague our state today. Indiana would be well served to abandon the pursuit of right to work and refocus its economic development efforts towards more positive and proven initiatives like increasing educational opportunities and workforce development. If Oklahoma would have taken this approach 10 years ago, instead of the disastrous right to work route, I wouldn't be here talking with you today. I'd be at the Bridgestone tire plant building tires.